ball, so often her natural inclination on receiving the service will be to drop back a pace, go back off the table. And of course, the ambition is to try and put the opposition off by making that ball very, very heavily undercut. And it is tough for a very aggressive player to get speed on the ball and good contact to get the top spin away if she's constantly having to cope with the different angles on the chop spin, and the way it's coming at her from the spin off the table. But as I said before, she really impressed in the quarterfinals against Su Hui-Tsun, and it wasn't just a question of standing back and waiting for the opponent to make mistakes. She was very aggressive as well. So a mix of play, as you'd expect from this talented player, Sun A. 59th ranked in the world, and that's her highest. It's her first entry. She's actually playing in the ITTF Pro Tour since way back in Brazil in 2005, where she got to the quarterfinals in the doubles. She won the Australian Open in 2010. So in a way, she also won the New Zealand Open back in 2006. So 5 years difference there. I'm talking about Yun Sun A in the yellow top there. In terms of Hirano's performance on the Pro Tour, well, she was runner-up in Morocco just last week. She was a winner in Spain in 2011. That was earlier this year. Quarterfinals, loads of them. She was also a winner in India 2010 and in Germany 2009. A winner in Serbia way back in 2006. So very talented young player. Sayaka Hirano will serve. And a couple of service points robbed there by Yun Sun A. She's now got the service herself at 2-0. Oh, right on the edge and ooze all around this stadium. But you'll see she is, well, she's a little bit lucky there, but she has got a very, very determined and focused face. There you go, the chopper wins that one. That was the first big test. Yun Sun A happy to just keep that ball floating and frustrating. And then comes forward, and that's really, really interesting. I tell you what, Hirano's going to have to look very, very quickly at the options here. They've played twice before. That was in fact, last month in the Korean Open, and Sayaka was the winner, 4-2. They also played prior to that in the Spanish Open, and Hirano went on to win that tournament and en route beating Yun 4-0. So it's 2-0 in the head-to-heads to the Japanese girl, but having played each other so recently this year, they will certainly have a plan. Right at this moment, that plan for Sun A, it looks as if it's working. It's 5-2. Even now, she is looking daggers at her opponent, trying to catch her eye. That was a good 3-shot attack. Excellent service, and then right into the corner, forcing the error. An apologetic hand is raised by Yun. Well, I'm sure she'll be delighted with the result of it. Yeah, a really good rally and well thought through by Sayaka Hirano. She wasn't tempted to come up with too much aggression. She just played that almost sort of lobby loopy kind of topspin. There wasn't much speed on it until the last. There's another one. There you go. And okay, Sun A wins that little battle. It's fascinating, isn't it? It's great to see a defender against an attacker. It's a whole new ball game. Very, very different. It's a whole different set of challenges here. Sayaka, she would prefer, I'm sure, to play against an attacker. Aha! Now, she turned it, because the ball was under the table, I don't think Sayaka picked it. But it was, this one was very, yeah, it was flat. In fact, loads of side. Look at the side spin on that. Unbelievable. Superb shot from Yun, and she is having an excellent opening in this semi-final. Sayaka's struggling to cope with this variation of attack. This time it just cut back on her a little bit. There are nuances within the rallies that are very difficult to spot. But look, that one hurried on a little bit. And that one was edge to edge as well. Yeah, she took far too much time. Let it drift past her too far. It is a major, major problem. It comes down very, very steeply from that chop. Sayaka tried to put too much power on it, failed. The angle was not good. Yeah, there you go. It's much too low. And then when she goes for power again, she misses it off the edge of the table. And this is a very good first game for Yun Sun-ae. Yeah, she'll be delighted with this. It's not match point, it's game point. The graphic is incorrect. Game point. Just missed that one. Turned really, really good opportunity there. And she doesn't miss those very often. When she decides on that aggressive forehand, she normally is very accurate. 7-10. Oh yeah, good stuff, yeah. She changed it from a chop into a flatter. If anything, there was a bit of topspin on that one as well, and that really surprised Hirano. So she is being caught out by some very, very clever play by Sun-ae. Yeah, there you go. There was a bit of topspin on it, and Hirano could not cope. So first game in favor of the Korean, Yun Sun-ae, 11 points to 7. And well, the innovation on having the Pro Tour coverage so extensively has been really appreciated, I know. It's the power play, looking at the wings, and at the moment it's Hirano who's flying. It's 1-0, 0-1. Just a little bit too excited over that one, but her whole demeanour has changed. Since that first game, she was under pressure, couldn't quite cope, but don't forget that she is 2-0 up in the head-to-heads this year alone, so the Japanese should take a lot of confidence out of that position. With that one, it's 2 all in the fourth. Sune has really got to now assert some authority. Yeah, good flat blocking defense from Hirano. As I said many times already, Sune cannot resist that counter-attack forehand. I think Hirano's read it well now. Aha! Well, it came a bit earlier in the rally this time, but the blocked backhand for Hirano couldn't work. It's 3 all. Take a towel down at 6. A combination of 6s, of course, on the scoreboard. Yeah, that was really, really excellent from Sune. So predictable. She was edging to come forward, and that ball just dropped. That loop forehand from Hirano just dropped a little bit shorter, and Sune took full advantage, driving it in with that forehand. Excellent play for 5-3. Oh, immediately Hirano comes up with a cracking forehand of her own down the line. 5-4. Didn't quite get up enough to play that so fast from Hirano, but it is a fascinating battle. Well, this is going to be a big point here, because if Sune takes a 4-point lead, I doubt that she's going to be caught in this fourth game. Hirano will take the serve, 4-7. Yeah, good placement. Excellent accuracy from Hirano to put it wide. Look at this next ball. It's the one into this corner nearest us. There, very good. It was a vital point that she should win that. Hirano. Again, deceived by a more side spin and chop there. Well, she was tempted. Hirano set it up for her. It went a little bit wider, kept going wide, and although Sune thought she had it covered, her foot movement was not great enough to take advantage. They're back within one now, 7-8. Oh, and she went for broke there again. Given the temptation by Sayaka, she took it, but failed, and it's now at 8-all, and that will be a timeout called by Yun Sun-ae. And she is very frustrated. She had a really solid lead. She had a 7-4 advantage, and I was talking about picking up the most important point would have been to go to 8-4. It's 8-all in this fourth game. And suddenly her strategy has just let her down a little bit. So timeout was called and now completed by Yun Sun-ae, and we'll see whether or not Hirano can get this one through. Obviously, the mark of a good timeout is whether or not your player can win the next point. She's got the service, so it's 8-all. Timeout complete, and Yun will serve. Oh, wow. I thought it would come back on her own side. She's got another chance. It's 8-all. And she went for it again. It's the third time that Yun Sun-ae has missed that forehand attacking shot, and it could be very expensive, that. 8-9. And she's missed it once again. Well, you have to say that Yun Sun-ae, the Korean, has just blown her chances here. I believe at a 7-4, she should never be in this position. 6-1 in favor of Hirano. Most of them have been on Yun's mistakes. Lucky. Very, very lucky. It almost sat on the top of the net there, like a piece of washing out to dry. Look at up there, and almost came down on the opponent's side. But it's still one game point still left for Hirano. Great defensive work, followed up with the attack, and then Hirano takes the fourth game for a 3-1 lead, but that was, I'm afraid, Yun Sun-ae throwing it away. She had great opportunities throughout that match to convert it and level things at twos. She tried to play too aggressively. It's not a natural style. She can put that in occasionally with those attacks from the forehand side, but she missed at least 4 of them, and that was a gift for Sayaka Hirano to take the game. It's 3-1. Well, it could be an all-Japanese final if this game goes the way of Hirano. There's no doubt at all that she has had the better, more consistent performance. Oh, it took the edge, but was it the side? It was called good. It was a nod from the assistant umpire there, and Yun Sun-ae takes the point. It was an absolute cracker. Just watch this. Superb attacking shots by Hirano, but in fact it looked like Hirano was claiming the point. It has been given. Yeah, I thought so. It was certainly on the side I don't think that there was an edge there. It was definitely the side of the table, which means Hirano picks it up. And Yun Sun-ae, I think she's blown her chances, you know. I know I'm being a little bit preemptive, but she's had her chance, and Hirano's just been a bit more consistent. And now, even there, being more clever, there's more guile with her play. And again, it's that forehand, that counter-attack. She's so used to defending, and she has played it brilliantly, beautifully, on many occasions. But on this semi-final, it's not working for her. Oh, what a point. Fabulous, quick hands, both sides, backhand and forehand. And Sun-ae wins a really, really good battle. Crowd really appreciating the standard of play here. It's very, very impressive. And, well, what a shame there for Hirano. She was in excellent position to take advantage. Everything there was correct, but she pushed it into the net. So Sun-ae with another chance at 3-4, still hanging in there by her fingertips. Yeah, and that's the one that will work. You know, when it comes onto her forehand side of the table, the forehand quarter of the table, she's in a much better position. That one down through the center, she really gave it a huge amount of forehand drive on that. Good work for 4-all. Well, nothing could be taken for granted here, that's for sure. Sun-ae just hanging in, just about. And she gets another big one down the middle, using her feet much better. Watch the foot position here, gets into great shape, and then absolutely gets shoulder, hips and everything into that one. 5-all. Oh, that's a great recovery. That forehand recovery from Yun Sun-ae really surprised her opponent. Again, there was more of a block about, it was underneath the lowest part of the bat. Did well. And I think we will get it. Well, it's just a timeout, just a towel down, not a timeout. To 12, but Sayaka Hirano just struggling a little bit to keep control of this fifth game. She's got the serve at 5-7. Oh, and that's a real big mistake. That could be crucial. This match is not absolutely done and dusted. Doesn't come any better, Korea v Japan. And the Koreans certainly don't know when to say, I give up. I don't think it's in the language. And that is now 10-5 from 5-all. That's extraordinary. Hirano loses her touch, loses her momentum, and she's now 5 game points against her. That's 1 less. Oh, it caught the table, and now that's 2 less. Still 3 to make up. But from that angle, you see, that's very different from the previous time when it was side table. That was coming from the top of the table, which obviously means if you take the edge, you take it. That's it. That's fine. Wow, and again Yoon Sun-ae tries to change it from the chop to a flatter bat. She's still got 2 game points. She shouldn't be losing too much concentration here. It's still a chance here. And that's it. It's 11-8, and it's a 3-2 in favor of Sayaka Hirano. So, again, I say a fascinating battle. Yun comes through in that one because Hirano had a really bad and poor patch in the middle. From 5-all, it went to 10-5, but eventually it was 11-8 in favor of the Korean. Well, the final moments of this semi-final of women's singles here in Chile, in Santiago, the Olympic Entertainment Center. A most glorious winter's sunny day outside, but I tell you what, the heat is very much on here. One 0 to Hirano. And now at 1-all. And I tell you, this is really going to go right down to the wire. Yoon Sun-ae is putting a great show together here. It is an extraordinary shot there from Yun Sun Ai. We've seen it so often before, but I must say that when it comes at such a very important time in the match, that's very impressive. It's 3-2. Hirano still in the lead. And she caught the edge there. And a 4-2, 2-4 now, but Hirano just managed to keep her nose in the lead. Okay, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So, most important time then in this match, this semi-final here in Chile. And it's Yun with the service and with the lead at 8-7. It's the 7th game. And it's a fascinating battle that's continuing to be intriguing. Yun Sun-ae has kept her patience, kept her nerve, and has crawled back into this match and is now 2 points away from a very, very impressive victory here in the semi-final in Chile. 59th ranked in the world against the current ranked number 10, and Hirano will serve 7-9. And now it is 3 match points to Yun Sun-ae of Korea. An extraordinary turnaround. Sayaka Hirano has been turned inside out by this very, very impressive play from Yun Sun-ae. She's mixed up her defensive chopping with some extraordinary attacking forehands as well. 3 match points to Korea. She's got it and raised her hands in triumph, and Yun Sun-ae has come back from the dead. She was 3-1 down, and she has fought back to win this semi-final here in Chile by 4 games to 3. A very, very impressive performance by Yun Sun-ae, and the defender, the chopper from Korea, has overcome her nemesis. They've played 3 times now, and on the first of 2 previous occasions this year, it was Sayaka Hirano that has won it. But on this occasion, here in Chile, in Santiago, it's Yun Sun-ae that has won it by 4 games to 3. Very, very impressive. Congratulations to her. She will play in the final against Ishikawa, Kasumi Ishikawa of Japan, in the final this afternoon. Great stuff, great match, and Yun Sun-ae was the victor.